Good afternoon, and welcome to English 1's fabulous performance of the Odyssey. Well, I suppose you'll be the judge of that. We're so happy you could join us today. What you'll see is reader's theater. That is, theater with script. It is a legitimate form of theater and suits our purpose. I'm Christy Bottomley, your narrator. In scene 2, I play Penelope. In fact, we all play many parts. We all play many parts. That sounds familiar. Well, let's meet the cast. Most of our players are Olympians, the Greek gods and goddesses. There you are.
I am Hermes, the messenger god, and I have a fondness for champagne.
And you are?
I'm Hera. This is right.
And you?
I'm Iris. I like rainbows.
And you?
I'm Athena, Zeus's favorite goddess.
You? I'm Artemis, not only the twin of Apollo, but in charge of all the woodland creatures. And you?
I am Apollo, and I have a particular fondness for the bow and arrow.
And you?
I'm Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty.
And you are?
I am Demeter, goddess of the harvest.
That leaves you.
I am god of the skies and the world below them. I am Zeus, chief Olympian.
Thank you. There are two scenes. The first in the palace of the gods. The second, well, that comes later. So now let's begin. We might just muse of the man of many means, since spinning the length and breadth of the map, after bringing the towers of Troy to their knees, of the lessons he learned in the cities of great minds, and the heartbreak he suffered roaming the seas, to land his shipmates and salvage his life. But for all the torture and grief he sustained, his comrades were lost, heedless fools. They gorged on the flesh of the cattle of the sun. In turn, the god of the sun made death their domain. Muse, daughter of memory and Zeus, where to start the story is yours to choose. Action.
What I say is this. Odysseus must be punished. Poseidon must have his revenge. But why, Father? This man was a hero at Troy, one of our favorites. We owe him no special favor. He's a human in the end, a mere mortal. There's no shame in being mortal. They stumble from one tragedy to the next, never improving, never learning from their mistakes. Then blame us for their frailties and foes. Their misfortunes are all their own. Our words of warning fall on deaf ears, and they turn a blind eye to our signs. When we send eagles to signal our thoughts in the sky, what do? Stand and point and stare like bird watchers. After all these years, you'd expect some change, some progress, some development, some sense. But their behavior only gets worse. They are children, squabbling brats, and the world is their kindergarten. There are always exceptions to the rules, though, aren't there, Father? And exceptions that prove it as well. All I'm saying is, we shouldn't be so quick to judge. Take each case on its merits. Consider the man, not just the species as a whole. Consider the man. Consider Odysseus. That's what you mean, isn't it? Yeah, child. Kind of what I'm talking about. His predicament is a shadow on my heart, and grows darker every day. It was only yesterday you gods were cheering him on, praising his cunning and skill, the way he conjured victory out of defeated Troy. Imagine a horse built out of ship's beam.
His savages butchered and ate the cattle of the sun. Those harmless, lumbering bulls that never hurt anyone.
That's rich coming from you, the world's first cattle rustler. What was it, 50 heifers stolen from Apollo?
I was an infant, it was a prank, and they gave 48 of them back.
I thought you, of all people, would be much more sympathetic. You, the god of travelers, the light in the dark.
I helped him. Once. I pointed out the moldy flower. Saved him from being magicked into a hog.
That was years ago. He's still lost.
Is it my job to hold his hand all the way home?
Do you have some more important tasks?
Well, I was going...
Don't expect fires to be lit or bulls to be slaughtered in your name. If the problems of a deaf traveler fall on deaf ears, don't expect temples and grottos.
My image appears by every path and every roadside shrine.
Roads and paths alter their course. Humans have fickle hearts.
It isn't a popularity contest.
You'll be forgotten, wiped from memory.
Ridiculous.
You won't exist.
I suppose a little nudge in the right direction wouldn't hurt.
Odysseus blinded the Cyclops. Seared his only eye with a burning branch. The Cyclops, Poseidon's son, my nephew no less. Put yourself in Odysseus' shoes. Tell me how it feels. 20 years away from his land. 19. 10 years fighting the war and winning. 10 more making his journey home. 7 of those snared in Calypso's net. Calypso who charms him with voodoo words, encircles her legs around him, blows mumbo-jumbo into his ears to make him forget, but he doesn't. I know, but he dreams of the fires scans the horizon for smoke, weeps for his people, his wife and his son. I know, but and after all the sacrifices he made in your name, Father, I don't know how you sleep. Yes, true. He suffered more than most, but I don't see why we have to make such a his wife, Penelope, who waits. Penelope, yes, she's patient to the very last, but and Telemachus' son, a young man now, was only a babe in his father's arm when his boat sailed out of the bay. True, a crying shame, but and the royal people whose home terrorized. Oh, right. No one forgets proud Odysseus stuck there on some forsaken rock in Calypso's web. But my brother Poseidon harbors a deep grudge. He wants blood. Father, most noble daddy's girl. On the other hand, no one would deny the man a fighting chance. Well, Athena, here's your moment. What do you suggest? Dispatch Hermes to that bewitching nymph. Tell her to untangle Odysseus from her spell. Let him sail home under a swift breeze. You'll do me the honor of listening to Zeus's daughter. Hermes, fly off to that bewitching nymph.
Okay.
Tell her to untangle Odysseus from her spell.
Gotcha.
Let him sail home under a stiff breeze.
I understand.
He can take his chances on the high seas.
Okay.
All the gods shall unite and agree. Zeus has spoken. All the gods shall agree. Okay.
Iris, wait up.
My father, mightiest of the mighty, highest among the high. That's enough worming and wheedling for one day. And what part shall you play in all this? I'll go to Ithaca with a plan. Light a fire in the mind of Telemachus, Odysseus' only son. Put a fuel in his thoughts. Why such haste? After 20 years, is there really any need to rush? For us immortals, time is a circle that never ends. But for humans, they only have a fistful of sand, and they treasure every grain. You are your father's daughter, no doubt of that. I'll take this spear, disguise myself as Meges, an old friend of Odysseus. I'll appear as a man in the flesh. And scene!